let me ask you a question. What is it that we all have in common? That we all, in this room, in the universe, that we all have in common? Every single human being has this. Any ideas? Okay.
We all have blood.
What's that?
We all have blood.
Okay. It's the desire to be happy. Anybody here not have the desire to be happy? What distinguishes everybody from everybody else is our idea of happiness is different from everybody else. And which raises the question, well, why is that? Isn't happiness happiness? And the answer to that is that, well, because we've grown up in a certain area of the country, or we've been educated in a school system that says this is happiness or that is not happiness, then we each come to our own conclusions based on our experiences and the information that we've been given as to what happiness is. I was born in North Carolina, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I was born, my father is a lawyer, my mother was a debutante, which means she was a rich Southern girl, and they had their definition of happiness. Their definition of happiness is that you get a good job, you get married, you have children, and you make a lot of money. In other words, to be just like them. But don't make the mistakes that they'd made. And anybody that's had children or have had parents might understand this, because we were taught by our parents to be just like our parents, but without the mistakes. Now, I don't know how anybody can be happy trying to be somebody else. And that's one of the big lies that we get told when we're growing up as to what is happiness and how to be happy. How do I get there? And wrapped up in this big lie about happiness is that we have to find happiness somewhere out here. In other words, if I get this, I will be happy. If I marry the right person, I will be happy. If I find my soulmate, I will be happy. If I get the right job, I will be happy. If only my children would do what I tell them to do, I would be happy. And what we do is we basically tell ourselves a lie that we can never be happy. Because when we say, if I get this, or when I get that, that basically pushes our happiness out into the future somehow. And so what happens is we don't ever allow ourselves to be happy. And the truth is that happiness has nothing to do with what we own, how much money we have, who we're with, or anything else that's going on anywhere outside of ourselves. Happiness is a process. It takes practice. It's not because we've been telling ourselves these lies all our lives about what happiness is and how to be happy, it's difficult to be happy. The best that some people get, and this was in my case, was a low grade of anxiety. You know, we think we get to a low grade of anxiety and we say, I'm happy. Because the really terrible stuff isn't happening to us, so we can be happy. And the truth is that all we've done is just mistaken a low grade of anxiety with happiness. And so what I have come to understand is that the only way to be happy is to be happy with yourself. In other words, to look at yourself as being perfect.